Welcome to this edition of Camper Christina Cooks. Today I'm coming to you from Upper Crane Lake in the Haliburton Highland Water Trails, and I'm going to be using my brand new pie iron to make a pizza pocket pie. I finally dragged my butt up out of the hammock and started a fire so I can get some nice hot coals so I can make my dinner. Here is my, it says camp cooker. I haven't even taken off the cardboard wrapper. So there's the pie iron. It's very heavy. I looked it up. I think it said it was 3.5 kilograms. So it's really heavy. I just carried it in my hand with my backpack. It's only a 200-meter portage. It's not something I would normally bring on a trip, but I was supposed to be at Kiosk originally, and there was no portage there, so I figured, why not? So I'm just going to let this wood burn down, and I'm going to sit here and keep reading my book, and just chilling out here on Upper Crane Lake. Alright, so here is my camp cooker, as it's called on the package, or my pie iron. Basically, this is made of cast iron, if you've never seen one. A lot of kids at camps use these and stuff like that, I think. I never went to camp, so I don't know. Some people put the irons in the fire for a few minutes just to get them hot, and then they put some butter in them and then make their pies. I butter my bread, and I just start it cold and put it on. So basically, put a piece of bread, butter side down on one side, fill it with whatever. I have salsa, mushrooms, pineapple, and ham, and mozzarella cheese, and then put the other piece of bread on top, and then you squeeze it together. You fold it closed, like so, and squeeze it together, and it's got a clip and everything on it. And then you stick it in the coals for a couple minutes aside, or it doesn't really matter. Sometimes if you turn it, sometimes it does. It depends on the fire you're working with. And that's it. You just kind of open it up to check it, and when it's nice and golden brown and all the stuff inside is melty, then you take it out. And you can use it for all kinds of things. You can make eggs in it, or different kinds of sandwiches, meat, stuff like that. I've only ever made pies. I have one for dinner and I have one for dessert. Alright, here are the ingredients for my pie. I have a lot. I could probably make a couple pies with this. Just sliced up the mozzarella because it's really warm. I smelt and tasted everything. I have a little piece of ham that was frozen yesterday when I brought it in. It's not slimy, it smells fine, so I'm going to take a risk. Got some bread that's buttered, and some salsa to use as the sauce, and some chopped up pineapple. I had just some frozen pieces from a can of pineapple that I had, and a couple of little mushrooms there. So that's going to be quite tasty. Alright, I had a hard time getting a good place to set up the camera, so this is going to have to do. Alright, so I brought 4 pieces of bread. 2 are for my dessert, which I'll talk about later. I've been trying to keep these very safe in the bear vault so that they wouldn't get crumbly or break or whatever. Seem to be okay. I buttered them generously and then put them inside out, so doesn't really matter which one. Okay, oops, butter side down. Duh. Crust was coming off a little bit. Okay, I have got some salsa. You have to watch when you use wet stuff because they can get too soggy and then they don't get crispy. I just use a little bit, and I don't like a lot of sauce on most of my stuff anyways, so it works out perfect for me. I can put this on soon. I can make it in advance and then just wait. Alright, I've got all the things. Now I have some ham here. Someone had sent me a message on YouTube about meat. I had turkey kibasa on my 7-day waterfall trip, and they were asking how long, like, it can be like kept unrefrigerated, all that stuff. I can't really say to you, yeah, go use turkey kielbasa and bring it on a 7-day trip and it's fine and you can eat it and you're not going to get sick. I have been taking it on trips for 20 years. I've never gotten sick. But there's also been a few times where I've, gone to eat it and it didn't smell quite right. It was a little slimy, and so I passed. You have to use your best judgment when you're doing stuff like this, and that's what backcountry camping is all about. As far as I know, like, I've never gotten deathly ill on like food that I've eaten that was bad. Everything's been kind of copacetic, so use your judgment. Anyways, I've got my little pie ready here. Got a whole bunch of stuff on it. Oh, I didn't do the mushrooms yet. I forgot to bring my fork over, but this is gonna be good. It's basically just like a pressed sandwich, right? Okay. Pie as she is ready. I'm gonna put the other piece on top and I'm gonna squish it. I'm just gonna come grab the camera and take a picture of this before I close it up. Alright, grab my other piece of bread here with the butter on it. Put it like so. And then, this is the fun part, you get to squish them in here. And anything that's like excessive will squish out the edges and you're supposed to trim it. So I'm gonna try to squish it all inside, but there you go. Squish. And then you fasten this guy. Now you gotta watch when you're using this in the fire. Don't touch any parts of the metal. If you're gonna open and close this to check it, make sure you're wearing gloves or you got a towel or something, because this metal piece gets really hot. So I'm just gonna take off these little bits of bread here that are just kind of sticking out. I just could use a knife, but I've got fingernails, so whatever. My hands were already dirty anyways. There. So it's all ready to go now. Oh, that thing is heavy. Alright, now my friend Sin was always the pie maker. She's actually the one that taught me about the campfire pies, cast iron pies, pie irons, whatever you want to call them. Thank you, Looney. And we used to make them all up, and then she would handle the cooking part. So it says to cook it for 3 or 4 minutes. I guess we'll just see. I'll just check on it and flip it over and see how it goes. Alright, it's been a bit. I don't know, a couple minutes, maybe 5, 6. I'm gonna check the pie. I don't want it to burn. I don't even know if it's hot enough in there. I can hear it sizzling now. So Sin always used to just give it a shake, and when she went to open it, the bread would be loose, which it is. You can see it. Oh, my phone is playing Storage is Full again, because I still have all my most of my Waterfall series stuff on my phone. Thank you. So I just filmed a video. I opened it up and then that's where it cut off. It wasn't quite brown enough, and it didn't look very greasy or anything. Like the bread was very dryish. Maybe because I pre-buttered it, it was all soaked into the bread. Plus it's been hot. So I just put a little bit more butter on each side, and I'm just going to put it in for a few minutes, and then it should be good to go. Got some fire under here. I don't really want the fire, I just want the heat. It's time to play Check My Pie. I don't want to burn anything here. This is plastic. I think it would melt. But I don't really want to put it on the ground. Oh, here. This will probably burn too, but whatever. I can hear it sizzling inside. If this baby's done, I'm going to think yes. Hopefully I didn't burn it. Oh yeah, there we go. Beautiful. Take that piece off. Got my plate waiting. Oh, is it gonna come loose? Yes! Come on, buddy. Oh, it's a little bit stuck on the edge. There we go. Well, it doesn't look very beautiful, but I bet you it's going to taste really good. Alright, it's been about 10 minutes. The little pizza pie pocket thing is really hot. I'm going to cut it so you guys can see it. And then I'm going to eat it. So there you go. Some ooey gooey pizza goodness, pineapple, mushroom, ham, lots of cheese, and a little bit of salsa. And I don't know if I'm going to burn my mouth, but I'll give it a try. I'm going to go eat this. See you in a bit. Thanks so much for watching this episode of Camper Christina Cooks. Check the Camper Christina Cooks playlist for the dessert wraps that I also make on this trip with apple and marshmallow using freeze-dried apples. Thanks for watching. Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you saw, please click the subscribe button. Also click the bell for notifications. If you'd like to get more information on the stuff I use on my trips, please check out my website at CamperChristina.com. Thanks. Bye.